got to talk about these student ICE protests really quickly because it's getting a little crazy out here. We're gonna jump straight into it, all right? And I've got a lot to talk. Well, I've got a lot to talk about and something to show you guys at the end. So stick around. Stick around. Shocking. Teachers Union NEA officially backs student protest against ICE raids and Trump's deportations. Calls ICE actions kidnapping. The nation's largest teachers union, NEA, passed a shocking anti-ICE resolution at their annual convention just 7 months ago in July 2025. It explicitly commits to supporting students' rights to organize against ICE raids and deportations. So yeah, you can see that. I'm not about to read all of this. I want to go down to what was leaked. Okay, and that's why this is big news right now. So this is part of what was leaked. NEA opposes Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE kidnapping of student leaders, and supports students' rights to organize against ICE raids and deportations. We will protect our students' rights to free speech and defend their right to dissent and organize against Trump's policies, including attacks against LGBTQ plus students and against racism. NEA will use existing media platforms to organize and join actions with other unions, communities, immigrant rights, and civil rights organizations in support of defending students' right to protest. Cost implications. This item cannot be accomplished with current staff and resources under the 2025-26 modified strategic plan, and it would cost an additional $32,500. So, while test scores are tanking for students and we have record low proficiency levels across the board for, our students, this is what the teachers unions are concerned about. Illegals. Incredible. Indoctrinating these kids to do some of the most foolish things.
Speaking of the teachers union, the National Education Association, they put out they're putting out propaganda against ICE. Look at this, freeze funding for ICE, urging teacher. I mean, this is unbelievable. What do you think about this? I mean, and at least 98.96% of this union, the National Education Association, contributions went to Democrats in the 2024 election cycle. How is this possible that this is a teachers union and they are basically a radical left organization?
Absolutely. I think that what we could really use in K-12 is a concept that has been spreading in higher education, and that is the concept of institutional neutrality. If you are speaking on behalf of the institution, if you're at the institution, you have to be neutral about the political issues of the day. And I think this is even more important in our K-12 schools where students are young. They have not formed their opinions yet. They are incredibly impressionable. And so if a teacher, someone who is an authority, tells them that ICE is your enemy, that ICE is doing something that is wrong, then they're going to take that trustingly. And so I think it's incredibly important that our teachers remain neutral in the classroom, that they not cheer on these walkouts, and even more so that if students walk out when they are supposed to be in class, that they are given unexcused absences. I think that teachers need to set an example, and they're not doing so here.
Exactly. I agree. That type of stuff should be made illegal. It should be made illegal. When you have students who can barely read, 100%, this type of nonsense should be made illegal. Teachers encouraging this type of behavior, they should be in the classroom right now. They should all be in class, but instead they're outside protesting, like these students here in Maine.
Yeah, fuck ICE is one of the signs.
There you go.
This is absurd.
Okay. Donroe doctrine, this stuff that
came to high school, freaking epitome of Marxist activism. Unbelievable.
How ridiculous. How ridiculous. Can barely read, can barely do math, but teachers will encourage them to go out and protest. Get out there and protest against ICE, guys. I don't know why this video quality is so terrible.
Let's go.
Yeah, protest ICE, guys. Protest, protest, protest. Now, that school, the students at that school that you just saw, yep. Test scores at Dwight D. Eisenhower High School. The school, 8% proficiency in math. Not 80, not 80, 8. In reading, 12. 12% proficiency in reading. It's crazy. 12. And these kids are outside protesting. This is what they're doing. Yep. Now, I will say there are some good teachers out there, like at this high school, Lovejoy High School, where some students tried to stage a walkout, and teachers and resource officers shut it down.
These two right here, I need them in my office.
Hey,
ma'am. That's being disruptive.
Ma'am, you have to stop
They're being
and go to
disruptive.
his office. No, you need to go to his office.
I need them in my office.
You need to go to his office. Let's go. Come on, let's go. No, you're not. You're going to his office.
Why am I in trouble?
Sir,
You're not in trouble. Go to his office.
sir,
No,
we're not gonna say
ma'am,
this
I'm not
right
finna
now.
argue with you.
Then
He's
you
the
have to
principal.
go to class.
No, he's the principal.
He needs to have a valid
I'm
reason.
he has a valid reason. He's the principal of the school.
That's not valid.
Yep, ma'am. Could you
Go
go
to
to
his
his
office, man, because
his
she don't
office.
think this thing is real.
So not everybody is just allowing students to go out and protest or are indoctrinating the kids. But you know what I found quite interesting? What I found interesting is that somebody else from the past did the exact same thing that Democrats are doing today with these students. You know who that somebody is? His name is Adolf. Yeah. Hitler. He indoctrinated the kids. So it's quite interesting that, you know, Democrats call us the Nazis and Trump is Hitler and we're just his minions, when they're the ones actually doing some of the things that Hitler actually did. If you don't believe me, well, first off, AI can confirm, but here's a video, a little bit of it. I'm not going to play this whole thing, but check it out.
We were indoctrinated in very subtle fashion, so that by the time that I was 15, I had become a Nazi without ever really being aware that I was one. That is, I didn't know how I had become one. I knew that I was one. I had become convinced that Hitler was the savior of Germany.
Beginning in the early 1930s, through the end of the war in 1945, Nazis in Germany started indoctrinating millions of children with Nazi ideas through groups like the Hitler Youth. The Hitler Youth was the Nazi-organized youth movement that was designed to shape the beliefs, actions, and thinking of young Germans from ages 10 to 18.
Oh, what do you know? Ain't that exactly what Democrats are doing now? Instead of talking about reading, writing, science, and math, oh, no, we want to talk about the social justice fight of the day. We got to fight for the Democrat Party. Because if you don't, you're a Nazi. You're a bad person if you don't. If you don't want to listen to me, you're an asswipe. Right? And that's exactly what Hitler did. That disgusting human being from the past did exactly what Democrats are doing today. Interesting, ain't it? Once again, it goes to show, I mean, it proves what I've been saying for quite a while. Democrats always call or accuse Republicans of being or doing exactly what Democrats are doing. Oh, Republicans are Nazis. Yeah, but we're the ones that want to kill people and round them up. And, we're the ones that are indoctrinating the kids, the same way that Hitler did. Democrats are the ones talking about rounding us up once Trump is done. Oh, we're going to round them all up. You guys are not going to be allowed back into society. Sounds like something somebody else did. Oh, yeah, Hitler. Quite interesting, isn't it? Quite interesting. But as always, I just thought this stuff was really, really interesting. Repeating some things from the past. Now, obviously, we're not going to let them get as far as Hitler did. That's for damn sure. That disgusting human being. We ain't going to let them do all of that. I'm sure they would love to. As a matter of fact, some of them have actually said it on camera that they would love to make sure that we're gone, right? Thrown under the jail. We ain't letting them get that far. We've seen it before. It ain't happening again. As always, y'all get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions. Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.